What is cracking, collectors? Collector Time here again today, and today we have another Funko Pop review for you guys. Today we're going to be doing the Lion King Pops. I do believe this could be the third or second wave of Lion King Pops, and I'm super stoked to do a Funko Pop review with no human characters in the pop range itself, so that's really good. Some really interesting pops here, a ton of colours in the pops themselves, and I really can't wait to get into these guys. If you guys want to stick around, find out what the review for these Lion King Pops are. As I said, sit down and relax and let's get into it. Right guys, before we start this video, I do have, for those who don't know, going on the pop culture of the pops I'm talking about. And in this case, it's going to be Lion King. So if you guys want to stick around for that, you can, or you can skip to the time on the screen here if you just want to see the review. Right, so let's get into it. For those who don't know, the Lion King. Lion King is an animated film created by Disney that came out in 1994. The plot is focused around Simba, a young lion, heir to a pride of lions that rule over a kingdom of land and the animals that live there. Simba's father and king, Mufasa, mentors Simba, teaching his young son the responsibilities of kingship, so one day Simba himself may take his place as king. But in the background, a plot of betrayal and murder is manifested within Mufasa's younger brother, Scar. Scar plans to overthrow his brother and his bloodline and take the Pride Lands as his own. As the story progresses, Scar initiates his plan.
Long live the king.
Simba flees the Pride Lands, full of grief and guilt, and is found by two characters, Timon and Pumbaa, who take on the young cub, forming a tight bond between the trio. As the years pass, Pumbaa is hunted by a lioness. Simba comes to the warthog's aid, and through the chaos, Simba then realizes that the attacker is an old friend from his past. Nala then tells Simba what Scar has done to the Pride Lands.
Simba, he let the hyenas take over the Pride Lands.
What?
Everything's destroyed. There's no food, no water. Simba, if you don't do something soon, everyone will starve.
I can't go back.
Why?
You wouldn't understand.
Simba, still scarred by grief and shame of his father's death, has to come to terms with his past and return to Pride Rock, dethrone his uncle, and take his rightful place as the Lion King. As a movie, The Lion King was a huge success for Disney. It was the highest grossing film released of 1994. It was also the best-selling film on VHS. And as a kid, I had a copy and would watch this movie on a weekly basis. The Lion King is a classic movie and still holds its own in the test of time. And with a CGI remake being released this year in 2019, I eagerly await to watch the epic story as a live action film. Right, so we have 6 Funko Pops here today, which is really interesting. There's quite a few to get through actually, compared to what I've been doing for the last few weeks. I'm just going to move all these out of the way. We're going to take a look at Mufasa first, and man, this guy's so heavy. He really is a heavy pop, tons of weight in this pop here. I'm going to take a look at the box, as I always like to do with my reviews. This box is really epic. It's got Pride Rock here, where all the lions live. So yeah guys, really nice box in this one. To be honest, I don't like a clamshell box, guys, with the, it almost looks like it's shiny, you know, but unfortunately Mufasa did come like this. But we're going to get inside this guy here and take a look. Alright guys, here we have Mufasa. Now, I've got to say, it's quite a beautiful pop, really. It really is a nice, majestic looking piece. But there's some nice organic colours in this pop too. Some nice oranges or browny colours with the yellow. Right, so here we got the mane. He's got this huge mane, almost like human hair. Very girthy body on this guy too. Very thick, tons of muscles going on, as lions are very muscular in real life. In the show, he's quite a mighty character as well, guys, so really awesome details in this one, really liking this one. One problem I've noticed already is the eye. Looks like it hasn't been properly painted, or some of the sealer might have left a mark there. Maybe that even can rub off. It does, it's only a bit of dust, so that's good. Alright guys, so no problem there, this one's all good. Alright guys, so we're going to do a stand-up test and a head test on this guy. Alright, for the head test straight off the bat, it's a solid piece, guys. As you can see down here, It has no articulation, it's just one solid piece, so it won't move. Alright guys, so we're going to do Mufasa's stand-up test, and he is quite a solid pop, so he will sit down nicely. Yeah guys, tons of balance there. He's got the tail as well to balance on, so if you want to take him outside the box, his head won't move, but he will stand up for you. Nice looking pop, striking pop, really good one, probably my favourite one so far. Well, it's only the first one I've opened up, so... Alright guys, so that is Mufasa, really epic pop this one. We're going to move on to someone else now. Alright, so we're going to get into Timon, I can't even say his name properly. This is the one, is it Lalu? I can't even say that word properly. I think it's like Hawaiian maybe. But this is the scene when they dress up and try and distract the hyenas. I believe the Puma is exactly the same from that scene as well, but we'll get into that guy later. But we're going to get this guy outside the box and go through the details. I've got to say guys, once this guy's out of the box, really cool pop, it really is. I'm not really into like flowery stuff, as everyone should know. I'm not into the whole cutesy sort of thing with the flowers, but this is a pretty iconic scene from the movie. It's quite a funny scene as well. And Timon is probably one of my favorite characters. He brings a lot of comic relief to the movie and stuff like that. Got this little hula dress, I think it's a hula dress, and some flowers here, very Hawaiian. I love this cheesy smile he has too, that's really cool. The nose is really epic on this one as well. It's quite shiny actually, you can see that, it's very shiny. Got a little tuft of hair there on the top of his head with the flower. Let's take a look at the back here. He's got some droopy ears like meerkats have, and you can see in the back there he's got some stripes there as well. Not a bad pop this one, really nice colours on this one, really good one. Alright guys, let's go on the head test now, and the head test on Timon is full articulation. He'll turn any way you want if you want to pose him outside the box. Alright guys, so Timon stand-up test. And he's got quite a lot of balance there guys, so he will stand up for you guys if you want to take him outside the box. So yeah guys, tons of balance there. Really good pop this one. Alright guys, so let's get into Pumbaa now. Pumbaa, the big fat pig that he is. He's a massive warthog. Quite a smelly fellow too guys.
And it hurt that my friends never stood downwind.
If you've seen the movie, you know what I mean about this. I really do love this one. I really like the apple and stuff, but we're gonna get inside the box and have a closer look at this guy, eh? Alright guys, so here's Pumbaa. Quite a bit of weight to this guy as well. Tons of weight on this Pumbaa guys. Lots of weight, lots of plastic. His head's very loose already, I'm noticing. Not much colour here, a lot of earthy tones, tons of browns, black, and sort of like maroon on the stomach there. The apple's a real centerpiece here, I think, because it's the only real colour that's on the pop. If we look underneath the mouth there, you can see some red too. So they've done a really good job on the paint job. It's got that real piggish nose, guys. I mean, he is a pig, guys, so that's obvious. I like the tusks here as well, as warthogs do have tusks to defend themselves in the harsh lands of Africa. Alright, let's look at the back of him here. Epic tail too, that's really soft plastic that moves around. So it's quite flexible. Alright guys, we're going to do a head test on this guy. Right, so we've got full articulation on the head there. It's very loose too, so... Yeah guys, look at that. It's very loose head. Alright, Pumbaa's stand-up test. He's got a nice flat surface, guys, so he will stand up for you guys as well. No problems there. But that is Pumbaa, guys. Let's move on to some more characters, eh? Alright guys, so here we have Zazu. Tons of colour in this one, really liking the beak, tons of orange colours. But we're going to open this guy up and have a closer look. Alright guys, so here's Zazu. Look at the beak on. I believe this guy is a toucan, so that is why he has such a large beak. I believe in the movie, Simba calls him Banana Beak.
It's Mr. Banana Beak to you, fuzzy.
Yeah guys, I really like that part of the movie there, really funny. Alright guys, so let's take a look at the body. You know, here's a bird, so he's got the wings, he's got the tail there, as you can see in the back. Alright guys, so let's do Zazu's head test, and this one will hit the tail, so you know, you might, yeah, that's as far as it's going to go really, you don't want to force that too much. Right, let's do the toucan, Zazu, and he will stand up perfectly fine for you guys as well. We've got tons of balance from the beak here as well, so, but yeah guys, that is Mr. Banana Beak done. We're going to move on to the two lion cubs now. Alright guys, here is Nala. Not much colour going on here, but we're going to get inside the box and have a look at her pop. Alright guys, here we have Nala. Quite a cute pop. As I said guys, I'm not into cute pops, but you know, I did have to make an exception for Lion King because it is one of my favourite movies of all time. Same sort of thing goes on here. There's not much going on with these pops, like, you know, they are animals, so... But you get a good look at the face there and stuff like that. There's a bit of fur here on the chest and stuff like that, and the tail is really flexible too, like all the pops here that have tails represented. As I said guys, not much going on with this pop here, so let's get right into the head test. Right, so head test for Nala is pretty good. It goes all the way around. So if you do want to display her outside the box and pose her, you can do that. Let's do Nala. She stands up perfectly fine. Nice flat feet there. and will do her job if you want to keep her outside the box. So that is Nala, guys. Let's move on to Simba. Alright guys, so here is Simba. This is a really cool Simba too, because this is actually depicted from a scene from the movie, which is quite funny. But we're gonna get this box open and have a look at Simba himself. Alright guys, so here is Simba. I really like the face for this one. It's where Simba is becoming part of Pumbaa and Timon's group, I guess. And because he's a carnivore, a lion, they want to teach him how to eat bugs, so they don't get eaten instead.
Hakuna Matata. Slimy, yet satisfying.
So basically this is the first time he tries a grub, so that's really funny. I love the colors in this one. I love the yellow, because Nala's quite a tan sort of color, I guess. Whereas this one's more of like a mustardy yellow, or I don't know what you call it guys, but it is some sort of yellow, really organic sort of color. I really like it how they put the trim on the ears here as well. As you can see down there, there's a little grub he eats in the movie. So yeah guys, really good pop this one. I really like this one, really cool. Alright, let's do a head test. And Simba will turn all the way around for you guys if you wanted to pose him any way you wish outside the box. Alright guys, last pop stand up test is Simba, and he is a bit wobbly. He does have a bit of problems this one. So yeah guys, he doesn't stand up too great. I think it's because that paw's up maybe, who knows, a bit of extra support there. As I said, he's leaning towards that way, so if that paw was down, it might work a bit. But this guy does have a bit of problem standing outside the box. So now it's time for my review. Alright guys, so everyone should know by now how I do my Funko Pop reviews. I basically rate them out of 5s in 2 different scores and equal those 2 scores out of 10. The first rating is how well they turned out from the factory, the Funko Pops. I check for defects and mark my score on that, and then I talk about Funko's efforts on the Pops themselves and how they designed the Funko Pops I'm talking about. In this case, it's going to be Lion King. So right off the bat guys, I didn't see anything wrong with these Pops. At first I thought Mufasa had an eye defect with some overspray possibly, but turned out fine. It was just some dust, so that's really good. Everything else was absolutely amazingly painted, nothing was chipped, nothing was oversprayed, everything was decent, so definitely worth the money. Very well designed Pops too, the way they've been cast and stuff like that. Everything is very solid, and the gaps have been filled. There's no lines left from the molds when they've been popped out from the plastic mold they've been molded from. So that's really good. That's going to be a 5 out of 5 straight off the bat there. Alright, moving on to the next part of this, it's going to be Funko's efforts, and that comes down to the design of the characters, and they have done a really extraordinary job on these. I love the colours, tons of organic colours and tons of bright colours. There's enough here to mix it. It does make the range look really good. It's not too bright, but it's not too dull at the same time. So really good pops for this release. Now there's 3 pops here that have been taken from the movie and designed off the movie, if that makes sense, and that is the Simba there from when he's eating the grubs. You got the Timon and Puma from when they have to distract the hyenas, and I really like that. I really like how they designed the pops off those moments. So that to me really skyrockets the score there for me. So I'm going to give that a 5 out of 5 too guys. So this Funko Pop range gets a 10 out of 10. And that is a very high score for me. Really epic Pops guys, and I really would like to get the rest of the collection from earlier days. I know they're a bit pricey at the moment, but it'd be really good if I could get the Scar and stuff like that too. I don't know how much it's worth, I'd have to check it up on the internet. But alright guys, so that's it for me today on my Funko Pop review. If you really enjoyed the video and you want to drop a like, that's totally your choice. Even better if you want to stick around for more reviews or any other collectibles in the future, like cards and stuff like that. If you want to stick around, you can hit that subscribe button if you wish. But I think it's time to leave it there for the week, and hopefully you guys enjoy your weekend. So for all you collectors out there, keep on collecting, and I'll see you in the next one. Alright, Collector signing out.
Remember who you are. You are my son, and the one true king. Remember who you are.
No! Please! Don't leave me!
Remember.
Father!
Remember.